What's happening, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back with another video, rocking these crazy glasses that I actually got from an event recently, but it's a little sunny out, so gonna rock the glasses. In this video, I want to talk about why every book you scan to sell on Amazon is worthless. Now, you may be in the position where maybe you're new to selling on Amazon, you're starting to go to thrift stores, you're watching, my videos, and you're seeing people who are sharing how much money you can make selling books, and you're brand new, you're getting started, but every single book that you scan is worthless. And I actually wanted to share 6 tips for you if you're finding yourself becoming a bit discouraged and you're saying to yourself, man, I don't think this is as easy as they share on Instagram or on TikTok. So what's the deal, okay? So what's going on, everybody? My name is Steve Rakin. I've been selling books and DVDs and board games and video games, electronics, tools. I'm getting into all different types of items over the last 10 years, okay? Over the last year, I've sold a little over $480,000 in sales, and I'm currently making a little over $12,000 profit in my pocket with my business. Now, I want to talk about why a lot of beginners fall victim to this. They're scanning books and everything's coming up worthless. Number one, a lot of new sellers, they're using the Amazon seller app and they're not using a barcode scanner. I'm going to be real with you all. If you're only, using the Amazon seller app, you don't have a barcode scanner, you're just not going to scan through a lot of books. And the truth is, most books are worthless. Most DVDs, most board games, most items on eBay, if you're doing eBay to Amazon flips, most items that, auctions, flea markets aren't going to be a good enough price for you to pick up and flip. Like, most items just aren't going to be worth it for you. So your job as a reseller, as a bookseller, is to use the various tools and softwares and technologies to be able to leverage your time, to be able to filter through and scan a lot of books. So I would say, first and foremost, every book isn't worthless. But number one, and this is the number one reason why most books are worthless, is you haven't scanned through enough of them to find the good ones. The truth is, the competition's increased a lot. But the good news is, for you, although that's bad that there's more competition, the good news is most competitors are lazy. They literally only go to thrift stores. And this is point number 2. If you're not using a barcode scanner and you're only going to thrift stores, you're just not going to find that many deals unless you have yourself a fantastic honey hole. Now, I want everybody to drop a comment down below. Let me know where you are watching from. Smash that like button and let me know how you do at the thrift stores. I went thrifting the other day with Romer the Romer, and we found quite a few books, but it's certainly not the same as it was in 2017, 2018. And my next point is, you've got to expand outside of just thrift stores. There's all different types of places you could source. eBay to Amazon, which is where I find most of my books and board games and CDs and DVDs and all different types of items. The Nextdoor app, you could post wanted ads on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and get thousands of books literally coming directly to you. Definitely takes some time. There's garage sales, there's auctions, there's flea markets, there's building relationships and getting backroom access at thrift stores, consignment with libraries. I mean, the list literally goes on and on and on. And it looks like my phone is charging, so let me plug that in. All right, I think we're good to go. We got a little bit of charge here. I think we got a charge. All right, if you can hear me okay, by the way, let me know in the comments, say hello. I would love to shout you out. But there's a lot of different places to source. But if you're only using the Amazon seller app and you're not using a barcode scanner and you're only sourcing from thrift stores, most of this stuff is going to come up worthless. But you can hit jackpots and home runs and find books that you can buy for $2 and flip for $100 all day long at thrift stores, but you got to get lucky. The truth is, and this is what this video is all about, the truth. And you may like it, you may not like it. The truth is, a lot of times at thrift stores, you're going to have to time it perfectly. You're going to have to be there right when the cart comes out, when the new inventory comes out, when the competition's not going there. Hey, appreciate the likes, everybody. So that's why you want to build your sourcing strategies outside of just thrifting. Start with thrifting, start sourcing items around your house, get in motion, sourcing and listing and shipping, and learn how the process works. Get yourself a good barcode scanner and a scanning app. I'm a big fan of Scout IQ. I know there's a lot of folks who like to use Scout Lee. You know, having Scout IQ, what I like about Scout IQ, and this is one feature a lot of people don't talk about, is speed mode. If you use Scout IQ speed mode, and you can check out a free trial over at rakeandprofit.com/Scout IQ, then you don't even need a barcode scanner. I was using Scout IQ speed mode the other day because my barcode scanner was acting up and I was flying through the books. So definitely get Scout IQ. It'll make fast decisions for you. You can put headphones in your ears, get sound cues. It'll light off green if it's good. It'll light off red if it's not good. And this is point number 3 as well. A lot of people are scanning books and they're coming up worthless because they don't even understand how to read the data. They're looking at, you know, Amazon and they're trying to sell FBA, but they're reading the merchant data. That's incorrect. Or they're selling, scanning books and they're using Scout IQ and Scoutly and they have really bad triggers set up. I'll tell you right now, for anybody who's in Reselling Freedom, which is my membership site, we have over 7 coaches. You know, we teach and train hundreds of sellers. Download our free guide that our Coach Mike, the used book guy, put in there. He put all his Scout IQ and Scoutly triggers. That's a really great resource, but make sure your triggers are set up correctly and make sure you're reading them correctly. Another big mistake as well is some people, they set their triggers so high or way low, they might get a lot of accepts, but you know, they're just not going to make that much money, or they have their triggers so high and, you know, their sales rank so low that you just don't find anything. So you have to set those up correctly. So definitely make sure, again, for anyone in resellingfreedom.com, go download that source. But triggers are very important. There's no triggers with Amazon Seller app, but once you get into Scout IQ, Scout Lee, it'll speed up the process, but you've got to set up your triggers correctly. Right now, I would recommend not going any less than maybe a $6 or $7 profit, just because there's been a lot of changes with Amazon with fees and a shorter window for long-term storage, which is 6 months. And now if your items don't sell, it's a couple bucks to dispose and ship them back to you. And then of course you got to keep into account returns and whatnot. So, you know, I would definitely focus on $6, $7 profit minimum. And you really want to stay within the sweet spot of 500,000 to 1 million rank for books. Plenty of opportunities with 2-3 million ranked books as well, but definitely takes a bit more of an expertise. Another reason, number 4, that a lot of folks are just scanning books and they're not finding anything is they're just sticking to the same sections when they're sourcing. Maybe you're going to library sales or thrift stores and you're only hanging out in the textbook section. That's a bad mistake. Go into the biographies, go into the garden section, the health and the health and wellness section, go into the religious section, right? Even go into the kids section. I have found some killer rare kids books that flip on Amazon very well. You've got to be willing to experiment. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're willing to experiment and try different sections. Don't just get stuck with the textbooks. Go check out all the different sections. There's money to be made all over the book area, right? And I would even go a step further and say, get ungated in DVDs. DVDs, I'll tell you right now, is one of the most overlooked, underutilized products to flip on Amazon, okay? I flipped, you know, over, I don't know how many did I flip? It was over 5,000 last year. And again, I buy a lot of my DVDs from eBay to Amazon. And for anyone who's in Reselling Freedom right now, if you don't know what that is, check it out. It's the first link down below. We're actually going through an 8-week course, a DVD flipping course that's free for all members inside of resellingfreedom.com. We're actually going into week number 3 on Wednesday, and it's all recorded, it's saved. So go join, go check that out. We talk about how to get ungated, how to source, how to analyze, how to ship, what DVDs to go after. And I'll tell you right now, you've got to experiment with different products and different niches. And that goes with, you know, with everything if you really want to be able to grow. Okay, so that's number 4. Experiment with new products, experiment with new areas of the thrift store or the book section, right? And then number 5, online arbitrage. This isn't for everybody when you're brand spanking new, but the reason I made this video is because someone said, every time I scan a book, it's worthless. Well, it's probably because you're going to thrift stores, you're competing with 1 million people, and you know, you're competing with everybody's mom, including my mom, right? She's been selling for almost 9 years. When you source from eBay and you sell it on Amazon, it will cost more money. It does take more expertise, but I'll tell you right now, there's huge opportunities. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my main man, John. He's doing over $50,000 a month. And he's been having, he's had over some $100,000 a month how do I say? He's been doing over $100,000 a month for some previous months, and he does all online arbitrage. He's actually going to be hosting an 8-week course as well inside of Reselling Freedom starting July 20th. That'll be free for all members. So again, if you're in resellingfreedom.com, go through the DVD course, right? That's an 8-week course that we're going through. Go through the online arbitrage course that we're going through. I've also got some eBay to Amazon flipping training in there that you can definitely go through. So check that out, first link down below. But don't just get stuck with thrift stores. Expand into eBay to Amazon. Expand into traditional online arbitrage. Down the road, you could expand into wholesale. Try different products. Don't just, be like, oh, I scanned some books and it's worthless. Oh, this doesn't work. It's a scam. The thrift stores don't work. Well, maybe they're already scanning all the books and sending them to Amazon. Maybe there's a contract. Someone left a comment on Instagram today saying, I can't find any books in my thrift store. There's a third-party seller or company who has a contract with the thrift store and they're scanning all the books before they hit the floor. That could be possible. I've had friends of mine who have had deals with thrift stores and they get backroom access and scan everything beforehand. So you really got to be creative and you can't just stick to thrift stores. OA, DVDs, video games, electronics, tools, health and beauty, supplements. Of course, there's certain risks and challenges with different, product categories. Toys. You don't hear about a lot of people talking about flipping toys on Amazon. Toys is one of my favorite, hottest categories. I really love toys, all different types of toys. And I'll tell you right now, if you get ungated in Lego or Marvel or Star Wars, huge opportunities with toys because the average reseller is so lazy, they won't take 10 seconds to just get ungated for a couple of bucks in these brands. What's going on, Amanda? Good to see you. I'm so proud of Amanda. She's one of my students and one of my friends who, 9 months ago, she was at 27 in sales. Now she's doing 4,000 to 6,000 a month. I don't know if she hit 6,000 yet, but I know she was over 5. She was on pace for 6. So proud of Amanda, She's an example of somebody who started from the bottom with nothing, with no experience, with no money, and slowly built it up. Is she rich? No. Am I rich? No. But guess what? She now has a business and a skill that allows her to be able to create income literally out of thin air just because she knows how to sell on this crazy huge platform called Amazon.com. But a lot of people don't want to put in the work to learn how to use a barcode scanner, to learn how to use Scout IQ. They don't want to learn how to source outside of thrift stores and learn about, online arbitrage and get ungated with DVDs and toys. They don't want to experiment with different types of books. They just want to go to the textbooks, right? A lot of people don't want to go into Reselling Freedom and get free courses like DVD flipping and our online arbitrage course that's coming up soon, right? Well, you should, because I'll tell you right now, it's going to help make you money. But I tell you right now, the average person just isn't willing to put in the work. And that's why they're coming and commenting and saying, all the books are worthless. You're worthless. No, I'm just kidding. They're not, but you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work to hustle. And a lot of it does come down to being at the right place at the right time. But the truth is, and I'm going to say this again, if you work your butt off, if you consistently go thrifting, go to garage sales, source on eBay, learn about online arbitrage, right? Lori says, none of us are average, Steve. You're worthless. No, I'm just kidding. Exactly. For anyone who's here right now, I know you're here to learn. You're here to grow. But the truth is, and I'm going to say it for the 47th time in this video, the truth is the money is out there. But are you going to go out there and get it? Or are you going to let the competitors go get it? Are you going to make up excuses? Or are you going to say, you know what? I'm going to go make it happen. So hopefully everybody enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, show some love. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.